Hello and welcome back to
the Zak
and Buzz
Review. Oh, where do we start? It's the boys.
Season 4, episode 6.
I mean, it literally had. This was a.
Oh.
I don't want to use
dear.
the F word, but this is a mind. You know, it's like.
Bring out the gimp.
Wow.
Pulp Fiction comes to mind.
This is Pulp Fiction, and everybody that you could try and push buttons on. We've had everything from Jewish space lasers to telling people about how their ancestors wouldn't have outrun them as slaves.
God.
And it's got.
This is a review of the
S&M and
program. Oh my
man.
Jesus! I'm still recovering. Okay, I'm still recovering.
I don't know
from
how
this.
the boys managed to kind of
do this
and ramp it up every episode.
Like, I mean,
You have a premiere of Tech Night Lives to go to?
It's like crazy.
We've had Tech Night mentioned.
Yeah, this is what
throughout the series.
That's what I didn't realise Tech Night was actually Batman.
Their approximate. I mean, you had their approximate of
Spider-Man. What was it? Web Slinger.
Oh god.
Web Weaver. Oh man, I tell you, it's absolutely crazy.
Oh no, it's in my web hole.
You know, and it's like my eyes. I mean,
I feel like Huey.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like Huey after that.
After he's just been smeared up the mask.
We're not going into details on that.
You gotta watch it.
I don't want to get demonetized.
I don't think I've ever actually watched a program where somebody has been requested to fart in a chocolate gâteau before.
Yeah, that's probably the tamest.
That was the tamest bit.
That was the tamest, most concerning part.
It was crazy, absolutely crazy, and I don't know. I mean, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Okay, let's break it down.
Oh God, no! I was getting flashbacks then of Firecracker at the end.
My little bitty Barty.
Oh no, that's at the end.
Yes.
All right.
So let's start at the beginning.
You got the two parts of the story. You've got obviously the part where the boys are off to infiltrate this party to find out what's going on.
Yep.
And you also have the butcher kind of
trying to sort out his own vendetta,
the virus thing,
his own
still
vendetta
going on
against Homelander
with the other guy. Yeah.
And he's chopped the guy's leg off. And they're trying to get him to make the virus.
They're trying to persuade him to make the virus. To kill
Homelander.
Homelander.
And obviously it turns out that, of course, the guy does not want to make the virus. He refuses to make the virus.
The only way of making it able to kill Homelander is to essentially wipe out all soups on the planet.
Yeah, it's to make it so powerful that it basically becomes an airborne virus, becomes a pandemic that is going to wipe out all the soups. And the reason he doesn't want to do that is because his daughter has been given that V.
And it's obviously his wife.
I don't know if he's bothered about his wife, but it was the daughter.
Certainly the daughter. Ooh.
And because his wife
Tentacle
it's the wife who dosed her up.
Yeah.
You know, and so now it's like, I can't do this because I'm going to kill my own daughter.
Yeah.
And of course we have the revelation with Butcher.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can start there.
We have the revelation. What we're talking about, Butcher's story.
His tumour, his brain tumour has become super.
I'm a tumour.
So
it's become kind of like, as I've said in previous ones,
tumor.
I felt that it was probably going to become like a symbiotic life form.
Yeah.
And it's now manifesting itself as his old mate that you've been seeing in previous episodes.
Yeah, we've seen him for like the whole season.
And that was a kind of Sixth Sense twist, which actually worked really well.
That did work really well. I did not see that coming.
You kept seeing him thinking he was seeing his wife, who was trying to like lead him the right way. So it was kind of like good angel,
bad angel type of deal. Yeah.
And then it turns out that his mate's not there either.
No.
And you have the little flashback where he's like talking to him in different places, and he's like in offices just pouring him a drink onto the table and stuff. Yeah. People walking past in the park going, "Who's he talking to?"
The whole thing with Ryan and the cookies as well.
Yeah.
That was what actually finished the episode. It was that kind of revelation, which kind of leaves you hanging for the next episode, which is really good.
That was it was two cliffhangers, because you had the cliffhanger with Homelander as well.
Well, okay,
kind of. Suddenly Firecracker.
Ooey.
Yeah, he's getting his bitty again now from Firecracker. You know.
Oh,
I don't quite know why or how she knows that was
a thing.
But there you go. Good and of course,
grief.
the props department pull their finger out every time.
Do you have to say that?
They pulled their finger out lots of times in this one, didn't they? There's nothing worse than sitting there watching a programme with your wife, your mother, and for her saying, "What do they mean she rubbed one out? She rubbed one... What's rubbed one out mean?"
I'm not explaining that.
No, I'm not explaining that.
Google it later.
Yeah, don't Google it. Please don't get that on your Google history.
I'll be explaining.
But it was a crazy episode, and it was a very good episode.
It was a gross episode.
It was gross. It was gross, but it pushed buttons for everybody. Let's face it.
Yeah. We've talked about in the past. Every time we've mentioned it can go from 1 to 100 split
But
seconds.
this is kind of
this proves it.
This is what comedy. It is comedy.
Somehow, how is it funny and yet so kind of
gross?
Gross.
Well, you know, and we've bounced it off with other TV shows like what's the one? I said it before.
You gotta come on.
The Metal Helmet. Can't think of
the Metal Helmet. It could be anything.
You know the
Describe.
one. Peacemaker. That's
there
it.
We
Got
go.
it.
Peacemaker.
Yay! I remembered. Peacemaker. But Peacemaker was like that, you see. Yeah. They kind of went in for a lot of gross stuff, but it was funny. And this is action and funny and gross.
And superheroes.
But we're all adults. And, yeah, it can have, you know, racial jokes. It can have, you know, Jewish jokes. It can have sexist
makes a joke
jokes.
out everyone.
It has... You know,
nobody is safe.
I don't all LGBTQX jokes in it, and wokeism jokes in it. And the thing is, when you're doing comedy, people should be allowed to say these things because we're all adults, and you can be a tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're poking fun at other people or having fun poked at you, as long as you see that it's
just fun.
Humour and not vindictive.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what this show is. This show is not vindictive.
A lot of people kind of have trouble kind of noticing.
I think this particular episode, and I haven't, because we've only literally just watched it, we haven't seen any social media on it, but I reckon it could have pushed a few people's buttons that are more sensitive, let's just say.
Highly. I mean, to be honest, if you're watching The Boys and you're sensitive, why on earth have you watched season 4 of The Boys?
I just don't know where they can take it. I don't know where they can take it.
In the web hole.
In the web hole, yes. Oh, God. Yeah, give some Purell. Where's it? Purell. That's it.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Sister Sage got lobotomized.
Oh, that was hilarious.
And that whole kind of plan with Homelander kind of got a bit sidetracked. Like, come on, you've got to do the big speech. You're the cleverest person ever.
Yeah, we've got to do this big speech and persuade all these people that we can have these internment
And then the head popper lady
had to do it.
And that seemed to have worked.
But it's just like the fact that Huey is going in there disguised as the web weaver.
Whatever.
In this supposedly very smelly suit.
What is your safe word?
Yeah, that was funny. What was it?
Zendaya.
Zendaya. Do you want to explain that one?
So Zendaya is obviously the Tom Holland, Mary Jane Watson character, and that's the actress's name.
No, that's the safe word. They were literally poking fun at every superhero. And then when they went down, they said, "Do you want to see my tech cave?" At that point, I actually thought that we were going to go down to this. When they came down the lift, I'm sure I heard bats.
You heard bats, yes.
I heard bats.
There were definitely bats.
And then the doors open, and it's a sex dungeon. It's like, no! A poor
and he got killed by the butler.
Yeah,
he got killed by the butler.
By the butler, who's brought him up since his parents died and were killed, shall I say, and he was a little boy. And of course, and then they're getting rid of all his millions and billions.
How do you hurt somebody who's a sadist?
who's a sadist, yeah. You just spend all their money and send it. So because that was it. They were like, right, that was 100 million to Black Lives Matter. No, that's what cracked him. Then he started telling the truth. He said, "Don't," and they still said it anyway.
Oh.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man. But it was just so. Then it's funny on that level. It's funny on the level that they're taking the Mickey out of our beloved superheroes.
Yeah.
And it is funny.
I feel kind of conflicted in my mind. It's hilarious and yet so shocking.
Yeah.
On the other side of it.
Who hasn't thought of Spider-Man and thought, why, if he's a spider, why isn't he spinning webs out of his butt? And then they do it, basically.
Yep. Yeah, nobody asked for it, but they did it.
They did it.
They did it.
So again, I think they managed to knock it up another level.
I mean, shock value. This is up there.
This particular episode.
Is up there.
I mean, they've had some shocking bits.
Yeah, but this is really...
This one was making us go...
This is the top layer on the cake. And then they sat on the cake.
Oh God, and farted in it. But that's another layer, if you like. From,
Wow.
From where we come from, because we obviously work and we are equity registered performers.
What you say now?
We're equity registered performers, and we work on films and TV programs and things. And you put yourself in the place of the actors, and you got the film crew there and everything, and they've got to perform.
Yeah.
They've got to do that performance, and you think, oh man. This is a killer.
Well, just in game House of the Dragon, we've been asked to do several different scenes of rather revealing natures
in that.
And I was like, you know what?
Maybe not.
Maybe
no,
not.
You're not paying me enough for this one.
Sorry, that's not big enough.
Isn't it? Oh, there you go.
Pay packets.
Is that why you didn't get the job?
Okay, brutal.
Ouch.
Ouch. Burn. Anyway,
I'll get my revenge someday.
You will get your revenge. Anyway, so The Boys, episode 6.
Episode 6.
Season 4.
Yep.
We thought it was very, very good.
How would you rate it out of 10?
I don't say I rate this good. 8. I mean, 8. I mean, you know, I'm saving the 10 for
hopefully
the finale.
Yeah. You know what? I
was just laughing all the way through, going, "Oh, no!" It's like, you know, it's like a Huey moment with a feather, you know.
I mean, just the ending with Huey just kind of having a bit of a breakdown after all that.
And it's like how they thought we'll get. Is it Miranda, the person who works for Vought?
Ashley, look at me.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Who's this? Who's a dominatrix? And they just like, okay, we've got it so bad so far. We'll introduce another factor and bring her in, and then she starts, and it's like, and she takes it to another level, and you're thinking this actress is just phenomenal what she's doing here to do that, you know, and then she leaves her calling card, and you go, oh my God, this is bad. This is bad. Oh man.
I'm gonna so I'm probably gonna go highest I've reviewed this season, and I'm gonna go 8.5.
Whoa!
And that isn't it's for the shock value, to be honest, because that has left a.
Did this shock you?
This has shocked me.
Did this shock you,
guys? The viewers,
please stick it.
I hope it shocked you.
Yeah, what were your best moments, and maybe what were your most icky moments?
Yeah, we'd love to know. I think.
Yeah, I mean, how are you guys receiving it out there?
Yeah,
you know?
Is this a well-received show? We would love to know.
I mean, yeah, I grew up through 70s, 80s. We had some very cutting-edge comedy back then, which is not even allowed on the TV these days. Mm-hmm. So to see something like this, it's actually kind of getting back to that kind of level for me.
It's a bit refreshing, but also kind of new as well.
Yeah, and so I'm wondering if some audiences might be finding it because they haven't seen that before.
I feel as if a lot of people are going to be triggered by The Boys.
Triggered, yeah. But then again, as you say, if they're triggered by The Boys, they shouldn't be watching it. I mean, I even hate that terminology. This comes with a trigger warning. I mean, seriously, come on, let's all grow up.
Dear me.
Anyway, so that's it. That's our review of The Boys.
Stay tuned for the next review of The Boys episode
Will it get nastier? Will it get wetter? Will it get gungier? Will there be more gatos
I mean,
involved?
we didn't really mention Bitty Bitty that much in this
not
review,
the bitty,
but
bitty.
that is obviously a thing now with Firecracker and
Firecracker
Homelander.
and Homelander, they've sort of, you know...
Not...
well, they've bonded, let's put it that way.
Bonded, okay.
They've bonded. So we shall see where it goes.
There's lots of a very fluid-based episode,
It really was. Very squirty.
Like water.
Oh,
Stop.
Anyway, let's finish it there.
If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions
comment.
of further reviews you would like to see.
Catch you in the next one.